What's up mga Kanoy P? Happy Sunday sa inyong lahat. And on today's video, pag-uusapan natin a few things as we prepare for the week ahead. No? Sisimulan natin yan, syempre, with the upcoming news ngayong linggo. So, medyo mabigat na medyo sakto lang yung news that's coming a week ahead or this week. Pakita natin yan sa inyo. Dito tayo sa Forex Factory para medyo mas summarized. We have core PPI coming on Tuesday and then CPI coming on Wednesday. Okay, so ngayon, ito yung isa sa mga bagay na gustong-gusto kong abangan. Bakit? Lalo na ngayon. Kasi ang CPI ay inaasahan na nila year on year, itong CPI na to. They are expecting it to be at 3%, while previously it is gauged, it scored at 3%. And with the things that went on over the past few weeks, especially the job numbers and the sales, I don't think personally, and this is not trading advice, it's just my personal opinion. I don't think it's going to be at 3%. I think it's going to be lower. All right. And then, of course, we have the sales, which also is something that I personally look forward to dahil syempre pag mababa yung sales, ibig sabihin, hindi masyadong tumataas yung supply. Okay. And then, of course, unemployment claims. So, yan ang aabangan natin this week, no? Ngayon, simulan natin tong diskusyon na to sa magandang introduction bago tayo mag-discussion proper. So, pasok na natin ang intro. Alright, welcome back to my channel mga Kanoy P. Kung ikaw ay bago sa channel na to at nagugustuhan mo naman mga fundamental discussions natin, please palike naman, subscribe, and share or comment ka lang kung may mga katanungan ka at handa tayong sagutin yan. No? So, ngayon, itong chart natin ngayon ay nagsisimula sa VIX. So, Volatility Index. Bakit? Gusto kong simulan dito para malaman natin kung ano bang nangyari last week that made the markets so volatile. Okay? Or what really transpired last week. So, nandito tayo sa weekly chart ng VIX. At gusto kong ipakita ito sa inyo. Right? Kasi, etong candle na to, itong high week na to, was at 65.73 at highest, no? And if you look at it, the last time that it actually went to that level was 2020, which is pandemic levels. These were pandemic times. And the last time was 2008, which is the recession time. Right? So, ibig sabihin nito, the markets were super scared. Sobrang naging natakot sila. At bakit nangyari yun? No? Nangyari yun dahil sa jobs data. Right? Ano bang nangyari sa jobs data? Balikan natin yung Forex Factory kasi medyo mas summarize dito. Let's look at the time where NFP came out. Ito. So, tingnan nyo naman. They were expecting 176K and non-farm payroll came out at 114, which means there are lower numbers of employment that's up. Tapos, nagkaroon pa ng revision from 206K jobs number went down to 179K. But wait, there's more. Unemployment rate from 4.1% went up to 4.3%. That's bad. So that created fear in the markets. Not to mention that even the hourly earnings went down from 0.30% down to 0.20%. So anong inaasahan? Bakit nagkaroon ng ganong fear yung markets? Kasi naisip nila, oh shit, baka magkaroon na ng recession. So that was the reason why the VIX spiked up so high over the past weeks, no? Ngayon, bakit nga ba specifically nagkaroon ng drop sa markets? So let's go to another chart. Punta lang tayo sa S&P 500, right? Let's go to the daily chart of S&P so we can see how much did it drop from peak to trough. That's a 10.31% drop over the past few weeks. 10% drop, right? Even the Nasdaq experienced a significant drop. Again, that's because, and this is a 17% drop from peak to trough, and that's because of the fear that we were talking about. Ngayon, bakit nga ba, Kanoy P? Anong nangyari? Let me explain, no? And I will explain that by starting with the Bank of Japan. BOJ. Yeah. Oh, Kanoy P, pinag-uusapan natin are the markets. Anong kinalaman ng BOJ dyan? Ganito yan. Kasi, nung July 31, BOJ increased their interest rate from 0.10 to 0.25%. Okay? Okay na yan eh. That's it. Kaya lang, si BOJ, sinabi pa nila na they will continuously increase the interest rate. Oh, crap. Yun ang nangyari. That's what happened. Because of that thing they said, what it did is this. Punta tayo sa USD-JPY, no? Which actually we will also see in Euro-JPY and most of the Japanese yen pairs. Makikita nyo, see, it's all the same, right? So, punta tayo dito sa USD-JPY. Tanggalin muna natin yung mga levels ko dyan para malinaw. Okay? So, it started here. Bakit? Kasi, because the investors, okay, and we'll call them the hedge funds, right? Because the hedge funds, they want to borrow money, and they're doing this naman for a very long time, no? They borrow money from a bank that has low interest rates. Okay? Which is Japan. At this time, it was 0.10. They borrow money from Japan, tapos i-invest nila yan sa stock market. That's what they do. So, hindi masyadong malaki yung binabayaran nilang interest rate dito sa yen. Tapos, they earn a lot from investing it in other companies like SPX, other stock markets. There's a lot. They do that often. They do that all the time. Okay? Ngayon, when the Bank of Japan increased their interest rate to 0.25, medyo sabi ni hedge fund companies, teka, medyo magmamahal to is it still worth it? Pull out muna tayo. Okay. You have to cover those positions. So they started, instead of buying yen, they pulled out. And some of them still bought, right? Kasi it's a safe currency for people. Mamaya I'll show you the numbers. Tapos, once or simultaneously, habang nangyayari yan, lumabas ngayon yung jobs numbers ng US, which significantly showed fear. So ngayon, habang nangyayari tong fiasco na to sa sa Japan, lumabas yun. Yung jobs numbers na yun, which caused fear. So, oh shit, saan ko na ngayon dadalhin yung pera ko? Pa-crash yung market because of low jobs data, tapos magtataas pa ng magtataas ng interest rate yung Japan. So ngayon, they had to pull out positions, they had to cover positions, and I'll show you that in a few seconds as far as my proof, no? Eto. Alright. So right now, I'm showing you the tool that I'm using, which is the Edge Finder Pro. Papakita ko sa inyo yung COT data pag nag-load. Ayan. So, pansin ninyo, this was the latest filing. Japanese yen. Covered negative. So, they pulled out. Kaya siya negative. They pulled out 60,000 short positions. Tapos, kung mapapansin nyo rin sa mga markets, the Russell, they pulled out both from long positions and short positions. They're not adding. They are pulling out. Right? The Nasdaq pulled out 7,000 contracts. SPX, which is the S&P 500, pulled out long and short positions. Even gold, they were pulling out positions. They're not adding to positions, they were pulling out. And makikita nyo, maraming negative, di ba? So, that is the proof that markets are fearful at the time, right? Specifically kay Japan. Ngayon, buti na lang, because of the volatility this was causing, right? Nung Lunes, which is August 5, nag-announce si BOJ na okay, wait lang. Hindi muna kami mag-hike ng rates until the market is stable. Yun ang sinabi ni Uchida, right? So, kaya I think that's the reason why at this time we saw that the market bottomed at least for USD JPY. So we found bottom here kasi hindi na sila, sabi nila they will not height rake muna. Napansin naman nila yung kaguluhan na idulot nito sa market. So alam nila that the market volatility could obviously be because of the BOJ's rate decisions, right? Ang gusto lang naman nila ma-boost yung Nikkei. Kaya lang, ito yung nangyari. Naging simultaneous kasi siya eh. So, ayun lang. So, that's what happened, right? Ngayon, I'll talk about what my plan is for the week. Alright, for the week ahead. I wanted to talk to you guys about my current positions that I'm in today. I currently have 5 positions that I have opened, but I will only talk about 2 in the interest of time. Okay, so I have open positions in gold. I think I entered around this area. 4-hour chart. I usually enter at the 4-hour chart. So I entered here, this area, I believe. Yeah. I don't put a take profit, but this is my position. And I'll tell you why I entered on gold. Okay? Unang-unang dahilan ay because of how it is fundamentally. So, kita natin dito, the gold is very, very bullish. And these are the reasons why. And if you're interested to get a copy of this software, I'm not promoting it, but I'll just share where I got it from. I'll put the link on the comment section. You can inquire the prices there. Binili ko to, so feel free to inquire. This is the reason why. It's very bullish. Plus, on the technical setups, I know that this is the top, right? Alam ko na ito yung all-time high. This is the all-time high. But because the market, after it hit the all-time high, bumagsak kasi yung price. Ngayon, ako kasi yung tao na pag alam kong fundamentally bullish, ako kasi yung trader na pag alam kong fundamentally bullish siya, iintay ako ng pullback, right? I look for opportunities and I saw an opportunity here, hindi pumunta here, and I saw that the market was retracing at good levels, and dun ko na nakita yung opportunity to buy. So I bought in this position, and what I'm expecting is a little bit bounce back here and then bounce up. Baka hindi pa rin nila respetuhin to, hindi ko alam. Might fall down. I will continuously trail my stops if the market allows me to stay in the trade, edi good. If not, that's fine. Okay? So that's one of the reasons why, most influencing reason kung bakit is because of the interest rate cuts. Okay? Obviously, if the dollar is gonna fall down, and this is the dollar strength, right? We can obviously see from peak to trough, this is obviously a downtrend, and we know that these are your levels of resistance right here. Could possibly signify a bounce up and then fall back down. Possibly. I'm not saying I'm right, but there's a possibility that it happens because the inflation rate, the interest rate is surely predicted by the markets to be cut by September. The next federal meeting will be on September 18, and baka nga naman ibaba na nila. It's not a question of how much will they cut it down for. How much. It's not a question kung ikakat pa ba nila o hindi. It's a question kung ilan na ang ikakat nila. Okay? Papakita ko sa inyo yung ginagamit kong tool. This is the CME Fed Watch tool. And as you can see, September 18, there's 100% probability of cutting rates. The only question is, will they cut 50 basis points or will they cut 0.25 basis points? That's a 50-50 chance. Okay? So, dahil dun, that gives me more confidence with gold. And I know that there's an all-time high in there. I don't really care. As long as my risk is good, I'm fine with this trade. Ngayon, palagay ko ba aakyat yan and will break through the highs? Sana. Pero I'm also open for the possibilities that I will get stuck out. That's why risk management is super important in my style of trading. I think in this trade, I only risk 1%. Nothing more. Okay? Alright, so the next trade that I'll show you is my US 30 position. So, Kanoy P, sabi mo kanina, nagda-drop ang stocks. Bakit ka nag-take ng US 30 position? Okay. So the reason why is this. I'll tell you why. So yes, the stock market dropped. And in fact, you can considerably see a double top here which caused that drop. Pero hindi naman talaga yun yung dahilan. It was the fiasco or yung mga sinabi ko sa inyo kanina that caused the VIX to go high is the same reason why the stock market went down, right? Pero dahil nga dun sa sinabi ni Bank of Japan, teka lang, sige, hindi na muna kami mag-i-increase ng interest rate. Sige, bayaan mo na natin. Nagkaroon ako ng hope na, okay, so mukhang hindi naman nababagsak to. I was looking at these levels, etong level na to, on the daily chart. Support level. Support. I was looking at that level. And when I saw the price bounced in there, I entered a long position. So I think I entered right around here. Let's go to the 4-hour chart para mas precise. Yeah. I entered a long position here. Yeah. And that's when I found out na, it was apparently a good decision kasi I saw the market went up Pero am I open for this trade to fall down? Yes, of course. Hindi pa rin naman ako super convinced na ito na yung start pabalik of the bull market. So I hope that it goes up, pero umaasa pa rin naman ako na babagsak na I'm still open to the possibilities that I might get stopped out of this trade. That's why, again, I only risk 1% on this trade. Okay? Another reason why I took this trade, and I'll go back to my ever reliable fundamental source data is ito. Okay. So, I'll go back to COT. Once again. Okay. So this is the COT filing last week. So obviously, this was Friday, but the delay of this data is, so Friday data came out coming from up to Wednesday data, right? And dito nakita ko na nag-pull out ng short and long contracts, right? When I saw that at nakita kong nangyari to nung Friday, I felt like it was the right time to buy because the market bottomed down here. At dahil sa dami ng contracts na na-pull out nila, and this long candle came out, I had a feeling na baka mamaya it was them pulling out at the time this data was recorded and they coming back in because of the announcement of BOJ. Right? So, that's one of the reasons why. The other reason is majority kasi ng nasa Dow Jones, not all, but majority of them, ay heavy sa interest rate, sensitive sila sa interest rate cuts. Meaning yung mga companies dito, they operate on debt. That's why I'm banking a lot on US 30. Although the Russell 2000, the small cap companies, are more and most likely be more sensitive to interest rates, hindi naman sila nagkakalayo ni US 30. There are slight differences, but hindi sila nagkakalayo ng sobra-sobra. Okay. Another reason why I took the US 30. This. So, let's go to labor statistics, right? I'll go to unemployment rate. Okay. So, makikita natin dito na uptrend right? You can see from here, going here, it's an uptrend, right? Pero, let's look at a bigger data comparison. Okay, let's look at the last 3 years. Okay. In fact, why not last 5 years? Para mas makita natin. Okay. So, eto, 4%, right? This is the 4% levels, right? If you can see, this is when pandemic happened. Obviously, taas talaga ng unemployment rate niyan. And then, it went back down, right? So, if you will consider 7.8%, 6.8% at 2021, 5.40%, 5.10%, 4.30%, yes, it's high, but it's not as super alarming as it is. I will say na if the unemployment rate still shoots up on the next print, yon medyo alarming na siya. Bakit? Kasi, Kanoypi, pagka nagtataas ka kasi ng interest rate or nagbababa ka, right now, US is at 5.5, right? if they lower down the interest rate to 4.5%, hindi naman agad magkakaroon ng effect yan eh. It will take you 2 to 3 years bago ka makakita ng effect sa markets niyan or at least sa ekonomiya. So, because of that, similarly, pag nakakita na tayo ng pagtaas ng unemployment rate, even if the Feds cut their interest rate, the unemployment rate may still go up for the next succeeding reports. And ayun yung iniiwasan ng Feds. So maybe they're too late to cut interest rates. We don't know. But we just hope that it will. Ako, on a trading standpoint, I am bullish Dow Jones or the US 30 because of the fact that I know that because the unemployment rate and the jobs numbers are cooling down quite significantly, that it may cause interest rates to cut. That gives me confidence that this might shoot up even further. Okay? So, what else is my plan for the week? Alright? Siyempre, with the upcoming CPI, ang mga inaabangan ko talagang pairs ay yung mga nandito sa ating Edge Finder Pro. So, look at this. Again, I told you I have 5 positions open already. And those positions I have is Euro USD, GU, Gold, US 30, and GBP AUD. So, I'll probably look for positions if I can trail stops and remove my risk, manage my trades in that manner. Pag wala na akong risk sa mga trades open ko, pwede na akong maghanap ng entry sa Nasdaq. Probably look for an opportunity dito sa USD CHF. Tingnan natin yung chart na yan. So USD CHF, right? So let's go to the daily chart. Okay. Let's just do another markup. Okay. So, kitang-kita naman dito that it was a good sell-off opportunities. What's interesting to me though is this level right here. This resistance level on the daily chart is interesting to me. And another one right here. Ayan. So, probably if the market allows it to give me an opportunity to get a bounce here, I'll take a long position. Pero lilitan ko lang yung risk ko dyan. Bakit? Because I may be wrong and I wanna be open for the possibilities that I'm wrong. So I'll do a really small risk here. And if I get stopped out, it gives me the opportunity to take another stab here with a good risk to reward ratio. Okay, so this I'm showing you my style of trading already. I don't risk a lot on my trades, and because the rule is to stay in the game longer. Okay, so ganyan lang ginagawa natin. And this is what I'm looking and watching out for the week ahead. Again, my main focus is the fundamentals. If this gives me a bias, then I look for technical setups. This is my where. My fundamentals are my where. And my technicals are my when. Okay? So, mga Kanoypi, kung kayo ay nag-e-enjoy sa naririnig nyo at sa napapanood nyo ngayon, please do me a favor. Please press the like button and then pa-share na rin, subscribe if you haven't. At I will conclude this video at sana'y may natutunan kayo. I will see you again on my next video. Bye.